So I just watched this video that almost got me a little teary-eyed, to be honest. It was of a woman who owns a gluten and dairy-free food company. She makes like pre-made breads and brownies and soup and pudding and all this stuff, and apparently her business is struggling. So she asked her son if he could help market it. So he made this little TikTok slideshow thing showing his mom and saying, you know, nice things about her and saying the food is very good. I got tagged in it like 100 times. And really, it just got me thinking about my mom when I was going through like the worst of my health complications and just her in general. You know, she's my biggest supporter and I would do anything to help her. So I feel like in this way, I really resonate with the child, you know, trying to help his mom. So knowing that I'm gluten and dairy free, any brand that makes food for the, you know, those two allergies is fine by me, and I'm gonna try it out. If I can do anything to help this company, this brand, this woman, this kid, I'll do it. I figured we could do it together, and I'll like sort of vlog me making the 4 things that I got. One of them is bread. In full disclosure, I've only tried to make bread once in my life. I'll show a video of how that turned out. Not great, spoiler alert. So I'm a little bit nervous, very nervous to make the bread. We're gonna try out the brownies. We're gonna try out the vegan alfredo, which I'm super pumped about. Got a creamy soup, and then the bread. I stink at cooking. Let's keep that in mind. So if I can make these, anyone can. If I can't make these, it's not the fault of the brand. It's my fault because I'm not good at it. I feel like I really need to ease into the difficulty of cooking right now. So I'm gonna start off with the creamy mushroom soup mix. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. I feel like that's a good time to have some creamy mushroom soup, right? By the way, you're propped up on a banana right now. I don't have a tripod, so I just lodged a banana underneath the lens. Okay, so the only allergens are soy and mustard. 2 cups of water. Couldn't find the whisker, so I'm using a fork. It's pretty much the same thing anyway. So while that's boiling, I'm feeling a little ambitious right now, perhaps dangerous, and I'm gonna start on these brownies. Oh, it's boiling. So, I think it's done. Honestly, I think I burnt it. Looks pretty nice. But how will it taste? Yeah, it's really nice. That's fun. On second thought, I might have f***ed it up. 1 down, 3 more to go. Tried the soup. Good soup. It was very pleasant. It was a delicate little treat. We're cooking the brownie next, and then we got the bread. Make sure you stay tuned for the grand finale, because I truly don't know how this is gonna go. On to the brownies. These are fudgy brownies. My aunt used to make fudgy brownies all the time for Christmas and stuff, so it's got a lot to live up to if it's gonna compare with Auntie Kathy. Don't see any top allergens, which is pretty dope. We're really getting creative with these camera angles here. Gonna put all the ingredients into here. We'll put it in fast motion. Smells like chocolate milk. Come on, all the brownie mix? This whole thing? Oh my god. Oh yeah. That looks nice. It says to grease an 8x8 pan. I don't know. This looks good enough. This is what Serena uses whenever she makes brownies, so I'm gonna go with it. How do you grease a pan? Do I like take a paper towel? This is my best guess on how to grease a pan. Is that it? That seems fine. Do I taste it? It has raw egg in it. Do I taste it? I kind of want to taste it. Whoops. Forgot to do that. We are on to the alfredo. While that's preheating. And now the question here, of course, is do I want to make pasta? And I have a ton of it, even some in the freezer, but I kind of don't feel like making it, so... These things always remind me of like a Captain America shield. That almost flew out of my hand. The funny thing is I used our only tiny pot to make that soup, and now I gotta use this humongous pot to make 1 serving of pasta. Okay, so now this I just need to mix in water and the content of the package, but I need another pot to boil it. So I'm using this. It's close enough. I'll make it work. And yeah, I could solve all this by just cleaning this pan that I used for the soup, but I'm not gonna, because I'm lazy. Instead, we adapt and persevere. Yeah. We're gonna put our brownie in the oven for 30 to 35 minutes. Hey Siri, what's up, Papa? Is that the belly rub king to collect his taxes? We're going with this. Okay, so I don't have any mixing bowls, so I'm just gonna use some Tupperware. I feel like that's fine. All right, bowl's a bowl. Hello. One room for improvement is the rip tab. It's so teeny tiny. Smells like Parmesan, honestly. Sure there's no milk in this? Just soy and sulfates, baby. Only allergens, soy and sulfates. Soy and sulfates, soy and sulfates, soy and sulfates, don't insult me with soy and sulfates,
Please forget I ever did that. That was really embarrassing.
This is what she looks like. And again, I don't got a whisker. I ain't no cat, if you know what I'm saying. I don't got a whisker. Smells very cheesy. Like one of my jokes. Hey, kid's on fire. Where's that banana? Perfect. This banana's coming up clutch. Whee! This just says bring to a full boil and season to taste. All right, meanwhile, I think our pasta's done. I'm so bad at judging this. My mom used to have me try the pasta to see if it was ready for the family growing up. And I felt like it was like the most immense pressure on me every time. It's done. If you guys could see how I propped you up on this camera, you'd be very impressed and also very scared because this camera was a little bit more than I could afford. If you don't have one of these, it's so fun just to pop out and in. You can still see me down here. And my gloves are on the ground for some reason. Here I come. Oh. All that for one serving. Pasta's done, and this is starting to bubble. I don't want to make the same mistake as last time. Let's get you back on the banana can. If I'm being honest with you, I got that soy and sulfates song stuck in my head right now. Soy and sulfates, I'm just gonna put a little bit. Definitely would put too much of the alfredo on here, but that was so easy to make. My hair's just progressively gotten more crazy throughout the video. Here we go. That's really tasty. I haven't had an alfredo sauce in 4 years. It's tough being gluten and dairy free because a lot of times when you're at a restaurant, the gluten-free options are just riddled with dairy. It feels like they're overcompensating the lack of wheat with like an abundance of dairy. When you can't have dairy, you're left with a gluten-free pizza that's half the size of the normal pizza with no cheese on it. Maybe just some straight pepperoni. I think I could have cooked the alfredo a little bit more. It's a little watery right now. But that being said, that's a me problem. It still tastes pretty good. Let's go see how our brownies turned out.
Soy and sulfates, soy and sulfates,
Oh, hey. Oh, I don't know if it's done. Nah, not done yet. I feel like this bread is like the final boss battle. The bread is the final boss battle. I feel like this bread is like the final boss battle. It's like Bowser. But luckily I got the Luigi to my Mario. Just never really made a successful bread before or even really attempted it. And I'm really stressed and I feel like it's not gonna turn out good. You know what that means, folks. That means the brownies are diz on, yo. That means we gonna be eating some brownies, yo. Hey. There she blows. Good enough. I'm gonna let those brownies cool, take Howie on a little walk, and then we're on to the bread. We on to the bread. Yeah, no, not doing that again. All right, so it's all cooled. I cut up a piece. Let's see how it is. Damn. This might be one of the best brownies I've ever had. It has a nice crunchy exterior and an ooey-gooey soft interior. It's nice and sweet but not overpowering. Unbelievable. Delectable. And other positive adjectives. So for the bread, we combine the wet ingredients, which is just oil and water, with the yeast packet. Wow. All right, now we add the mix packet and beat it for 2 minutes. I've never used one of these things, and honestly, I'm kind of nervous. I don't know which slot to put it in. That's what she said. Oh, why isn't it sticking? All right. Pew, pew. I don't know if this bowl's big enough. I'm just running out of stuff though. This thing's powerful. I blended it for 2 minutes. This is what we got. There's little pieces of dough everywhere, all over this kitchen. Sorena's gonna be so confused. So I filled the greased pan and it says, let rise to the top of the pan. Is this just gonna rise to the top of the pan? I never made bread before, so I mean, do I need to do anything? No, it didn't work. All right, I guess we just wait then. I'll tell you what though, it smells like Bertucci's. There's dough on the lens here. I don't think it's rising at all, but We're gonna wait. So apparently it takes like an hour or two for dough to rise, so while we're waiting, I just wanted to say thank you to those who are watching these YouTube videos. I made short form content since like 2019. I've always wanted to make YouTube videos. It's been challenging, it's been a lot of work, but it's been really fun, kind of expensive, but I feel like it's rewarding, and we're creating a community here too, which is awesome. My whole goal with this page is to normalize being gluten-free, normalize having food allergies, just live a normal life and be goofy, be fun, show that it doesn't have to be all sad and depressing, because it isn't. So yeah, to the 4,000 of you who are subscribed, I truly appreciate it, and I'm incredibly proud of that number. I can't believe 4,000 people subscribe to watch me try random foods and rap about gluten-free groceries. So on that note, let's see if our bread's risen. Oh my god, that is crazy. What a growth spurt. I feel like a child. I'm so excited about this. Look at that. I haven't even put it in the oven yet. Okay. All right. Let's see. Wow. It looks a little bit like a rotisserie chicken, but I could have cleaned it up a little bit. I, for some reason, just figured that these spikes would smooth out when it's in the oven. I should probably wait to let this cool, but honestly, it smells way too good. Oh, that's really nice. I mean, you would never tell it that was gluten-free. It's really hot though. No holes in there. See ya. Pretty pumped about this, gotta be honest.